Morning!
Morning, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, it's that time of year. Can't believe it. So we have...
Sorry, I always forget to do that.
Oh, that's okay. Thanks for joining us. Great to see everybody. Sorry, I'm a bit hoarse at the moment. I've got a little bit of a thing going on. So it's the Magzine Box Kit launch today. I know lots and lots and lots of you have already pre-ordered. Thank you so much. That is just absolutely brilliant. We are still waiting for them to arrive.
Tomorrow.
So we have been told that they are coming tomorrow. So fingers crossed they're going to come in the morning and we're going to get them shipped out. Well, start getting them shipped out tomorrow. But here it is. If you haven't already seen it, this is the magazine, and I'll show you all the lovely things that come with it as well.
I've already seen it, won't we?
Did I say that?
Yeah. We only saw it yesterday, so
Yeah.
I don't think you'll have seen it yet.
Actually, Alfie had to go streaming off down the motorway to meet up clandestine style at a pub with one of the
It was shut.
managers, one of the managers from Practical Publishing, to get the only 2 copies in the country, and we've got them. So yeah, they're not being delivered till Friday, but we will get them out as quickly as possible. Now obviously we'll get as many shipped out tomorrow as possible, and then the next shipping date will be Tuesday. Okay, so because it's bank holiday weekend, yay! We got weekend off.
Yay, very
I'm
good.
not actually working this weekend.
Yeah, excellent.
I know. Just imagine what we can get done. Gardening,
Yeah, all sorts,
painting.
sleeping and everything.
So I'm going to show you this. If you haven't ordered it already, you need to get it in your basket on our website straight away and ordered, because they are limited. We only have a certain amount. They're not reprinted or anything like that, and they're a bit like gold dust, because we still have people going, oh, have you got an issue number 2 spare? No, sorry. So they are absolutely brilliant. They cost only $14.99, but that's not it. You don't just get a magazine, you get loads of stuff with it. So just talk to anybody else who's bought them and they adore them. $14.99 for a magazine, stamps, stencil, dies, papers, and loads and loads and loads of step-by-steps by the most amazing design team in the world. Thank you very much, my Indigo Blue girls. And also, of course, the Practical Publishing design team as well. Thank you very much. So shall we have a look at some? I've got all the samples here that go into the magazine. So shall we have a look at what we've got? Okay, so before we do, get on the website, indigoblue.com. Where is it? On the website? Is it right?
In latest releases.
Right, there we go. I thought it might be. It's in latest releases. Is on the ball. Literally on the ball. It's in latest releases. It's $14.99. Get it in your basket, check out, and off you go. Okay, thanks very much. Come over
we're
here.
Going to see you in a minute.
Yeah, come over here. Oh, by the way, I'm going to do a demonstration as well. So I'm going to show you step by step how I've done one of the projects in the magazine. Okay, so come on down over to my little studio table here. Whoop. There we go. So what have we got here? So it's a lovely jam-packed magazine full of lusciousness. Okay, so let's just go and have a look. So we've got Hello's Bird Jen, and it opens up with our Carolyn Lakin. Woo! With some beautiful stuff here. We've got Sarah Fallon, we've got Vanessa Hodgson from Practical Publishing. Oh, and then I've done about 10 projects, so I will actually show you these. Okay, so we've got a nice little tag here that's all layered up, and I've actually done quite a bit of sewing on all of these projects as well. So these are just from the papers. We've got some sari silk there, and I've used Luscious on that. So then this is a nice easy simple card with some True Grit on the background here, a little bit of stamping, bit of colour, and then this is just cut out from the magazine itself and the magazine's papers and everything. Really nice. Oh, and yeah, sewing. I did sewing on all of them. So next one, the buzzing is we've got a nice big honeybee.
Might be a wasp there.
Well, just turn the lights off and it'll go outside. And then really typical sort of page of mine. So we've got lots of lovely layers here. Gorgeous background. I'm going to show you how to do, excuse me, Alfie, it might need a glass of water or a Coke or something, please. Thank you, darling. Lots of lovely layers on that one. Then we've got more True Grit. This is the stencil that you get in the magazine, okay? This is a fabulous stencil. I love this. I wanted texture, and this is using True Grit, so you can see that you get this really gorgeous texture. And then I've used some of the Vivids, the Vivid inks, and I'm going to be using those today as well. Nice bits of tags and stuff like that. Another simple card, nice background, again stenciling. I've actually stenciled with gesso on the background with this, so all that lovely texture is with the stencils that you get on that. And then I've 3D'd these with a little bit of chain that I had lying around in my stash, and layered up some really cute little scraps of paper and a tiny bit of sari silk on here with the little birdie that you get in the kit as well. You get a birdie die. Then I've done an off the page, so this is a canvas. I've actually turned it over so that you have the well there, and I've actually hand stitched on a piece of muslin there. Thanks darling. Sorry, just having a drink there. Hand stitched some muslin on there. This is all stamped and coloured in with our Luscious range, which are absolutely gorgeous. Oh, and this is really lovely. This is part of our Woodology. I really like these. These are the film strips from Woodology. And the background here, this is one of our rice papers that I've put on with Slap It On. So that's a nice project. We've got a nice circle page here. Thank you very much to our Carolyn, who's actually loaned me to do this, some dies. Again, this is just really simple wet on wet technique in the background using the Vivids inks. Nice bit of layering of textural pieces of paper, again from the kit, a little bit of lace from the stash and everything like that. Oh, and I will show you the album as well. So I made a little album, and I think it might be worth me, because I've looked in the magazine and there's so much information try to put into step-by-steps that you can't really, you know, do all of it. So I think I'm going to do a little video for you guys on how to make this. So this is a lovely little journal that I really enjoyed putting together. It was so much fun. You know, the stamps are just so gorgeous. I just really love them. And typical of me, layering lots of bits of fabric as well, using little tags, just covering them with the papers inside. I've actually sewn them all on as well. Oh, look at that, you see. This is just one of the background papers. This is just cut from the papers in the magazines. We've got lace from my stash, little trinkets from India, and again, lovely stamps there. This is one of our new tulip stamps, actually. So this is one of our new releases. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Again, this is just from the papers. Aren't they lovely, the way they're printed? I love the detail, I love the colour range and everything. So it looks really gorgeous. I've used the daffodil. This is from our new range. What's the range? Is this in new releases, Alfie? These stamps.
Let me just have a look.
They're gorgeous, aren't they? They're lovely. And again, lots of tearing of edges using my tearing rulers. Again, lots of layering. I've actually done a nice hidden paper clip here, which just slides
just
on.
in the A6 category.
A6 category, okay, thank you. So again, this is from those florals there. Yeah, so that's my journal, and I just made this out of trinkets and a bulb pin there. Okay, so that's that. Let's move on. Enough of me. So there's loads there. We've got Liz McGuire, our very own Lorna Angwin. Fantastic work there, absolutely gorgeous. I've got some samples to show you of those as well. Kate Skilton. Oh, and Leslie Beaumont, one of our fabulous DT. She's actually done some of the new products that are new release. So she's done all these gorgeous Alice in Wonderland releases, which are just gorgeous. Not much room for Alice. We've got the Queen of Hearts. We've got the cute dormouse there. Look at those. Just gorgeousness. You can win 400 quid's worth of goodies as well, so that's worth having a look at. And then we get to the papers. I've missed out a few there, but these papers are gorgeous. So they're in a different paper to the magazine itself. They are flat matte, which I love. I love flat matte. Look at those. Look at that as a background. And look at this one. Isn't that just gorgeous? That would be lovely as a wallpaper, wouldn't it? Textural backgrounds for layering up. And then you get them all again, which is brilliant. So you get two of each. They're double-sided as well. And then we go on to, oh, yeah, so our Sue has done some really nice 3D work. I'll show you some of those as well. Sue Jacob, fantastic artist, doing some gorgeous stuff there. And it goes on, it goes on. Marie Jones, we've got Emma Grant Holt, we've got lots of, oh, that'll be me again. Oh yeah, there we go. And then we've got Wendy, excuse me. I've just had this cold and it's obviously moving down to my throat now. So our Wendy has done some of our new releases as well. So she's done all of these beautiful, stunning pieces of from our steampunk range, which are gorgeous. And then if you want something really quick and easy, Jen McKen has done these. And then we've got Mel as well to finish off. Absolutely jam-packed full of stuff. So what goes with this? You get a whole range of fantastic stamps. I love these. So we've got some of my numbers, but we've just reconfigured them. We've got a little bird. We've got, look at this. This is some of our, you know, like I've done maths equations before. This is sort of a long one, different again. We've got some ink splats. Of course, we love our ink splats, don't we? I really love this light bulb, and of course, fantastic florals. I mean, they are just to die for. And of course, we've got lots of words as well. So if you're into making cards, we've got birthday, we've got inspire, happiness, blooms from within, bloom and grow, happy, so shine, hope it all works out. Absolutely gorgeous, really beautiful stamps. We've also got the stencil that I was telling you about. So this is a 2-for-1, and this is the one that I've been using an awful lot, and then layering over with this one. So this is like getting a really distressed texture. This works so well. I'm going to be using that today. Where's my dies gone? Where's my dies gone? Okay, so you also get this this time I've done a lot more dies, okay, because I didn't just want one tiny like little bird die, I wanted loads. So that's why we have these to go with this. So this one fits these perfectly. So your flowers on there, this one goes with that. It's so that I don't have to fussy cut them all. We've got a lovely birdie there, and we've also got the light bulb there as well. So fantastic range of nice big dies as well. So that's different to what we normally have. We normally have much smaller ones on there. So you get all of those dies as well. Let me just put them somewhere safe. Okay, so let me just show you some of these. This is how clever Sue Jacob is. She takes a normal bean can, and then not only does she actually layer it with the background paper, which is this pink one, she then cuts out and decoupages all of these beautiful flowers from the patterned paper. So she's actually isolated all of these and laid them up. But not only that, she's actually, I like the rope that she's put around the edge here, because we always need, you know, pots, don't we, to put all of our pens and paintbrushes in. But she's also curled back this to reveal some underneath, and then spent ages making these beautiful little rosebuds. I mean, that's just so lovely, isn't it? Just so nice. Thanks very much, Sue, for those. Let me show you some of Carolyn's. Okay, so we've got lots of gorgeous ones from Carolyn as well, as always, because we all love Carolyn's work, don't we? Using Luscious.
Just bring it down a bit. Yeah.
Gorgeous Luscious. Excuse me. Beautiful Luscious. She's actually gone through, I don't know whether you can see this on camera, okay, but she's actually used this stencil here and gone through with some Slap It On Super Thick, let that dry, and then put the Luscious on top. So you get this gorgeous texture coming through, and then the Luscious on top, and stamping, and of course these Woodology cogs as well. This is beautiful as well. It's so simple but absolutely gorgeous. I think to be photographed, that's been stuck together with some blue tack, won't put it apart. I really like this black circle here. It really highlights this lovely piece of a floral there. And I think that works really well. I must use that actually, Carolyn, because that's a really nice way of highlighting. And then you've got this just vertical piece here of stamping and Luscious layered on top. Again, loads of beautiful Luscious there. Let's move on to, this is Lorna's. Beautiful canvas there. I'm just going to put all of these here, Alfie, darling. If you could just put them on the back carefully for me. Yeah, that'd be lovely. Thank you. So Lorna, again, we've got some lovely layering going on. Some beautiful stuff there. So I'm going to go a little bit quicker. Then we've got Carolyn's. But I've got to show you all of this, okay? I've got to show you this because this is really lovely. That paper is gorgeous. It's a really nice cover, and it's like, well, what's inside it? And then you've got these beautiful little cards, note cards that Sue Jacob has made. And again, clean and simple is Sue Jacob's tour de force. She's just brilliant at it. I can't do it. I just haven't got that skill. Some envelopes there for you. Aren't those just simply beautiful? Really, really gorgeous. That's a lovely gift to give to someone, especially someone who isn't crafty and doesn't make their own. Even if they were, I'd be really chuffed to actually get this, because then I've got some cards ready made to send thank you cards to people, or birthday cards. Sue Jacob, you are a star. Okay, so some more that's from Carolyn. Beautiful work with the luscious there. This is Katie Skilton. Really like this idea. Very, very simple. Again, very clever, using just the stamps and a hexagon die. This is Sarah Jackman Reid. Gorgeous. Another one from Carolyn Lakin. I did put all of our girls on the top there. So that can stand up, because she's cut that edge. I don't know these things, but that is lovely. More lusciousness, more lusciousness, more lusciousness. So this next one is our Lorna's. I love this. Background papers, all fussy cut, layered up, fantastic. Lovely little photo to send to your daughter, niece, friend. Oh, and just look at this piece. This is a lovely journal page from our Lorna again. Oh, and then we've got, let me just bring these in. So these are all, the next lot are some of our new releases. Okay, so I'll just whiz through these. These are from our Wendy. Look at that one. Isn't he handsome? I really love that. That is just gorgeous. Then we've got, again, beautiful. Now, the papers on this are from our new steampunk range. I think that's, what was the first one called, Alfie? Not Steampunk Dreams.
Steampunk Heaven.
Steampunk Heaven. Fantastic, those. I've got some more, don't know where those have gone. Okay, so let's just go. I think these are Jen's work. Jen McKean, the editor. Nice, clean and simple. Oh, there we go. There's Wendy's. There's one of Wendy's. I love the colours she's used on that, and I love the way she's actually fussy cut out these as well. And then we're going to have a look at our Leslie's. So these are new releases as well. These are our new Alice ones. I love the way she's actually taken Alice and put her on top of the teacups there. Fantastic. Look at this. Gorgeous work. New Alice papers, new Queen of Hearts. I think she's fab. And such an adorable dormouse. Absolutely gorgeous. Our Lorna again. I love this. I love this one. I love the white space. I love the way she's done the stamping. I think it's fantastic. Sue Jacob, she just, look at all those she's done. And it makes it easier because you've got the die, you see. Let me have a look here. So we have another from Lorna. This is a lovely big canvas. This is really nice because she's got some stitching on here. She's got some lace. She's got some lovely layers. I love this lace here. Fabulous picture. Oh, my sweet. There's good. And I think I showed you these before. So these Sue Jacob has done. So how to make a parcel extra special. I mean, genius. Wrapping paper, the whole works. The whole 9 yards. Right, so I'm going to go really quick through these and just give you a nice quick flick of some of the others that you will find in the magazine. little shaker card. You see, you don't get that when you've got a static, another shaker card. When it's just a photograph, you don't always see these. Okay, so you've got this, and so there are so many fantastic projects. Look at the those there. Okay, so, and there's more, and there's so much more, but I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how I did this one, okay, from start to finish. So the first thing I did was I've actually used Sentimentally Yours dies, and he's got these which are just gorgeous. These are called, I'll put that away, these are called Stitched Torn Squares. Don't know where my packaging is for that, but they're from Sentimentally Yours. So our Phil, you can get them from there. He actually does do the rounds and I've got the rectangles as well. So I've done the two biggest ones there. So that's where I've done that. And you get this sort of stitched line as well, embossed stitched line, which I'll show you. Excuse me. Then let's do a background. Okay, so I'm going to use a stencil, I'm going to use some watercolour card, and I'm going to use some Binning Bonfire and some porcelain. So let me bring in my paint mat here, and I'm just going to use a brayer because it's just so simple to use a little brayer, and it's sort of like you don't have to think about it. You just get the colour onto the paper. So this is about, gosh, it's about 5.5 inches, something like that. So I'm just getting my brayer all covered in. Oh, it's not turning around. That's no good, is it? Come on, turn around. It's not moving, is it? It's stuck. No, okay. I haven't used that for quite a while actually. So let me just grab another brayer.
Where is it?
There we go. There we go. Okay. Let me just... There we go. Let me just put a tiny weeny bit. You only need a little bit. So I'm putting this on dry. So then you get quite a nice sort of texture coming through with that, which is nice. That's good. And then I'm going to use a little bit of porcelain. Porcelain is a really nice colour to use because it's a neutral. It's a really soft cream colour. I use it a lot for skin tones, but it's really, really nice to use as a contrast with any colour really. It is a warm base, so I'm going to go this way, and that just on its own is lovely, isn't it? And then I think what I'll do is use a stencil brush. There we go. And our little stencil. I'll just give that a little dry. So as I say, I'm just using our watercolour card here. So I'm now going to get this lovely stencil And let's just use some more of this Burning Bonfire. So the Burning Bonfire is a matte paint, okay, and it is a really nice texture. It's very concentrated, like all of our paints. See, it's lovely, isn't it? You get such a really nice effect with this. I might just get a little tiny bit on there. So you can use a sponge or whatever applicators that you've got. Yeah, that's gorgeous. And then I'm going to just clean off my brush a little bit, and I'm going to use up what's left on my mat of this porcelain. It's actually mixed in with a bit of the Burning Bonfire, but that's okay. And then I'm just going to layer that up over the top. So I'm just using up basically what's left. I like that already. I would probably leave that already, but because I've got some left on there, I'm just gonna go for it. And then I've got this beautiful sort of textured one. This just gives you like a layer of texture. I use this sometimes on when I'm doing developing stamp designs. It's a really lovely texture to have, but with that I think you probably need a little bit of white gesso on that. So that was the Burning Bonfire, a matte paint, and that was again matte as well, and that's the porcelain. I am going to take a little bit of gesso, but first I just want to dry this off. The lovely thing about acrylic is you can layer it one over the other. There we go. So I'm just going to clean my brush a little bit on a rag, and then I'm just going to take a little bit of gesso, take it off the brush there. And I think, where should we go with this? Let's carry on with a little bit of this. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? That shows up on the darker areas. And then let's have a splodge of texture there. That's nice. Yeah, that works, doesn't it? And let's have a little bit over here as well. You can just carry on and just have fun with it. You know, it's a background. You don't have to worry about it because it is going to be covered up, isn't it? But you will see these lovely edges here. Right, okay, let's just stop there because I'll just sit here playing for ages. Let's just put that in water just to clean it up. And that was the white gesso that I used on top there. And in actual fact, I have used a little bit of black and white gesso over the top there as well. So I'll do that in a minute after I've done some stamping. So I'll just dry that off before I start stamping. Okay, so let's go to our lovely stamps here. I'm going to use black, and I'm going to start off by using this fantastic number stamp here. And all I want to do is just create a little bit of a background. Oh, that's a bit big, but never mind. So I'm going to use a little bit of VersaFine. And this is a distressed look, okay, so it isn't going to be absolutely perfect. You will see some nice sort of distressing going on. That's really nice. And then I'm going to just put a little bit like that. That's good. So the majority of this design goes right across the centre here. So that's where I'm concentrating. I think I might have, even though I didn't use this originally, I think I might have a little bit of this as well, which is gorgeous. This maths equations and stuff. So with this one, I'm just going to stamp off just to give a little bit of texture to this. So hardly see anything at all, which will be really nice. Just again round the centre a little bit. There we go. That's all I'm going to do for the background. That's done. I think that's lovely. And then all I need to do now is just a few splashes. So I've used an old pot of gesso, and what I had remaining, a few tiny little bits, I left in the bottom and just added some water. There we go, that'll do. Lovely, let's dry that off. Let's do a few black splashes. Let's get my fan brush again. Little bit of black. Let's do a few little. Lovely. Okay, into water. Okay, super duper. Right, let's leave that to one side to dry off, and then again onto watercolour card. I'm just going to stamp and clear emboss these because I'm going to colour these in with our Vivids, our lovely Vivid inks, which are superb. Let me just get one of these, pop that on. So I'm using VersaFine. Go. Let's just stamp that on. And where did I put? I had it here. There we go. I'm using some clear embossing powder or embossing glaze. So this creates a barrier between the line work and me painting. It just makes it so much easier. And of course the beauty of it is that you can actually cut it out with your die. And I've also done a little birdie. Let me get these, it's this one. I've cut out one of these as well, one of those, some lovely leaves, and a whole lot more. So let me just show you how I colour these in. Alrighty, so let's get rid of this and let's bring in my Vivids. So these are the Vivids come in a spray, but these are the eco refills. All right, and I've actually made them so they're really concentrated, so you need the tiniest amount and add water to them. Okay, so just a couple of drops in a palette, add water, and away you go. What I've done is I've actually mixed some of the green, which is called Robin Hood, with some of the brown, which is called Original Oak, to give me a nice sort of olive colour. Okay, so let's do the leaves first. So I'm going to wet the area that I'm going to paint first, and the lovely thing is that this embossing powder just rejects any water, so it just keeps it in the areas where you want it. So I'm just going to come in with a little bit of Loxley yellow just on the tips of the leaves here, and then I'm going to take some of the mixed olive green, which again I mixed with Robin Hood and Original Oak, and then leave that just to find its own way. You're gonna hate me. I'm gonna move the camera. There we go. You can see a bit better now. And then just leave it to do its own thing. All right. So this is called Wet on Wet. And the lovely thing about the Vivids is that they are a water-soluble, water-based ink. So you can do lots of lovely things with it. So I'm going to go on with my yellow. That's not reacting very nicely. And then taking a little bit of the Will Scarlet. Oh, I think I've actually done this on not on watercolour. So this is actually on just a normal card. Actually, I did use a scrap. It was late last night. Okay, so that's a good thing to show you. So can you see the difference you get between using just a normal card? It just sort of grabs hold of it and soaks in, whereas your watercolour card,
it's not really obvious with that.
Well, you'll see it with this. I wonder what I've used with that then. We'll soon find out, won't we? Wonder whether I've done all of these. I think I might have done. Let's just see. So a little bit of Loxley yellow, a little bit of Will Scarlet, a little bit of water. That's mixing better, isn't it? I wonder what paper I used with that. That's the trouble when you use scraps. You don't know what you're going to get. Okay, so with this one, again, I'm just going to wet the whole of the flower. This is the Cheats version. Little tip for you. And then I'm going to use a tiny bit of the Loxley yellow and just put a little bit of Loxley yellow from the centre all the way out. So there's hardly any on my brush. It's really, really diluted. Okay. If you want a little bit more yellow, then just do that from the centre. Okay. And then we're going to use a tiny weeny bit of Alan-a-Dale, which is the orange. So I'm just going to put a little bit around the middle there, and then just a little bit around the base of some of these petals. Not all of them, just a few. And I'm just dotting. I'm not actually painting, I'm just dotting that. Just where the black lines are, basically at the base of any of the petals. Clean your brush in clean water, and if you want to just mix it a wee bit more, just use a clean brush. It's been in water so it's damp, and just dab it. There we go. That's it, done. Okay. Yeah, it's really interesting that, isn't it? How it just soaks in. Right, I've also done a really, really soft one there, and I've done the same thing here, but using a little bit more of the ink. Let's just put a little bit of a centre in that as well. I haven't done a centrepiece of it. Let's go with a little bit of Will Scarlet in there, quite diluted. So even diluted, you get really lovely colours. And then I've done quite a few of these leaves as well. Excuse me. And this piece here, what I did was I actually fussy cut them all out because I just liked all the different sides. And yeah, you have little bits missing, but that's okay because I'll show you how to use those. All right. So I've got loads of leaves. I've got around about 7 leaves. A few of those. Let's put that to one side and let's move that in. So what I've done is I've started to layer this up. Now I really like little bits sticking out from the layers. Okay, so I'm going to put one of these there we go, one of these just underneath here. I'm going to be using my usual good old grab and go. So I'm going to put a little bit on the back of there. And I'm just going to have that peeking out from here, from this layer there. So I've just put a little bit of grab and go on and just hold it in place for a few seconds. I'm also going to use a little one over here, which should be quite nice. Oh, well, maybe this one. What else have we got? Could do with another red one actually. Let me just do a red one. So just gonna wet this again. So these are the flowers that you can just die cut. Let's just get all that nice and wet. And I'm going to use Will Scarlet for this one because that's just a really lovely red colour. So lots of water and then tiny weeny bit of Will Scarlet because it is really strong. And then I'm just going to touch the bottom of the petals again, just like I did before. and we're just going to let the water do its job by just pulling out the ink. There we go. Just little dots of colour. There we go. Alrighty, and then just leave that to dry. Okay, so let's have this one here sticking out from there. So let's have a little bit of grab and go on there. So I'm keeping it, because the whole of the design is very horizontal, I'm going to keep it all going across the middle there. Okay, so that's going to peek out from this layer, from the back layer. And I think we'll probably use this one, or maybe this one. So I'm going to cut this in half and have that peeking out as well, round about here. So I just want a little bit of grab and go on there. Let's have that coming out of there, because rather than be a card, this is actually going to go in my book. Actually, I'm going to pull that off and have it on the next layer. I'm going to just put these on there. That's good. I think that is fine, and then we're going to place this over the top. So this is just card for my stash. So I went with the olive, and that was a bit overkill, wasn't it, really? Didn't need all that. I went with the olive and the sort of burnt orange. There we go. So I've already put a little bit there, and then this one that I changed my mind on is going on this layer here. I just think it makes it really nice and interesting when you have things poking out. Okay, so next layer. That's just going to poke out there. I think we might have an odd little bit coming here as well. So let's just snip maybe this off. And have a little bit on the base there, just layering up there, methinks. Right, and then we go for this bad boy. Right, what I tend to do is when I'm messing about with stuff, I will lay it all out and then try and remember where I put it. So I always say, take a photo of it, but I don't always remember to do that myself. Just move that out of the way.
Just move it up slightly.
Yeah, I will do. I will do. Okay, so let's start with some greenery. I think maybe like this. That one's still a bit wet. Okay, something akin to that, with some other little bits.
Stephanie likes your layering techniques.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I do like a bit of layering. So that looks really nice there already. I'm just going to glue that in straight away. Because that just gives me a nice sort of look there. And I'm going to glue this one in, I think, straight away. I think that layered in there looks good. All right, so let's get this sorted. Right, I'm having second thoughts, as I usually do. So I'm just going to go back to my Will Scarlet and I'm just going to put a little bit more in the base here of each of the petals, just so that I get a little bit more depth of colour. And let's just use a little bit of water just to soften the edges. And then add a little bit more colour in. There we go. So we get a real red rather than a pink, because it was just a bit pink really, wasn't it? Needed to be a bit stronger. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Much better. Yeah, that works. Right, so that I've put foam pads on. I don't want foam pads on that. Let's have, where's our little birdie gone? I did have a little birdie, there it is. I think we'll have our little birdie there. There we go, just at the side. And let's have this one on just one foam pad, I think, just so that it stands out a little bit from that birdie. There we go. I might put that there. Let's have this sticking out there. So I've got a foam pad on this one, this baby here. I've got, in fact, I've put two on, and I think that one will have just coming up there. Now, do we want this over? I think we do. I think we definitely do. So just need to layer up some foam pads. I think we'll probably need 3. So this is going to go in my art journal. So 2 is fine. I think 2 is fine. And there's also enough room with it having foam pads in that we can slip some greenery underneath as well. And that leaves that one, which has just got one foam pad on. And this is, let's turn that round and just tuck it in behind that one. I think we could do with maybe this one here. Let's just sneak that one in there. That's good. Right, let's start putting some more greenery in. And if you have that leaf over the top of this one, again, it makes it look a little bit okay. Let's just pop in these leaves now. We've got your orders in, girls and boys.
I think so.
Think so.
Quiet, just watching.
Lovely. Let's have this one popping over the top of those. Just so that, oh, let me just hold it down on this edge then. Like that, so that that goes over the top of that one. Just with this grab and go, just hold it for about 5 seconds and then it's done. I think we still need a little bit more. Just taking the stalks off. Let's have this one here coming out from there. More is definitely more. Are we done? Are we done? Got another tiny bit of a leaf there. I'll use that.
Stephanie's asked, is this layout in the magazine?
It is. It is in the magazine. Yep. What I've done in the magazine is I've actually put some more splashes around there. I've got a few more bits sticking out. This is a sort of simplified version, but yes, it is in the magazine. And then I will just finish off with some line work around the edges. But there we go. Lovely. The last thing I do tend to do is if it needs any highlights at all, I just get my white gesso and then I can put a few little highlights on. So, and the nice thing is because this is water soluble ink, the gesso will sort of take on the colour underneath, so it makes it a lot softer highlight than like a solid colour. So let's have a little bit around these petals here. So I will faff with this for a wee while and I'll put it on Instagram, Facebook and all of those so you can have a look. But yes, the original is in the magazine. So I will mess about with that for a while just because I like faffing. But yeah, that's good. That's lovely. I like the stamping behind it, just poking out from the edges as well. So get your magazine, enjoy it. There's all the details, $14.99 with all of your stamps and everything. we'll get them sent out as quickly as we possibly can. It just depends when they arrive. If they arrive first thing in the morning, great, we'll have all day to get them out. But if they don't arrive till 3, then we're snookered really, or they'll be sent on Tuesday. So whatever, you will get them before they go on general release. Thank you ever so much for joining. Go back to the main.
It's a bit dark.
Oh, it is a bit dark, yeah. There we go. Yay! Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. It's lovely to see all your lovely comments. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for buying the magazine. You will love the box kit. It is just fantastic. It's a really good one. And you can tell that the design team love it as well. Thank you very much, design team. You've done an amazing job. We love you lots. And have a great May Day bank holiday. So enjoy the weekend. Fingers crossed we're going to have some sunshine. So enjoy the weekend and see you next week.